Hello, welcome. We're back with some more Zoids Battle Legends. Last time we began the Saga tournament, or the Battle Legends tournament. We are now currently on Battle 5. Our opponents are Max in the Chimera Dragon, and Claudia in the Lord Gale. Of course, we are rocking both the Berserk Fury and the Storm Tyrant. So, let us begin. Rawr. Alright, first up, Chimera Dragon. All you really need to worry about with the Chimera Dragon is its firepower, because the Chimera Dragon is a glass cannon, as in it's squishy as all hell, but it makes up for that by having a lot of firepower. Alright, that's Chimera Dragon. Lord Gale's trying to run. Where are you going? Still using the weapon binders. And with this, there we go. And with that, that goes the Lord Gale. Wait, what? I have no idea how to speak today, don't I? Boom. S rank. On to the next battle. Battle 6. Leviathan Cannon in the Death Stinger. Yeah. Bada boom. Let's see, check the map. The desert area. Switch over to, let's use the Storm Tyrant for this one. I'll say this right now, the Storm Tyrant is a better version of the Geno Breaker, both in this game and in general. Rawr. Of course, one thing I've noticed about the long-range pulse laser rifle is that it has a slow rate of fire compared to the Berserk Fury's B cannons or the weapon binders. But they make up for that by packing a hell of a punch. In fact, there's a reason the Genosaur actually comes with one. Luckily, now that I'm using the Storm Tyrant, I don't have to worry. After all, the Storm Tyrant is a better version of a Zoid we're going to run into later. Yeah, don't really have much of a strategy for this. Just spin around in circles and then just lay the smack down. Woo! Alright, we're halfway there. We are almost done with the Saga tournament. Survey says S rank. You know, I keep forgetting that I have 2 Ultra Z's in this run. Because in the original... Oh, hey. Here's our next opponent. Ethel and Regina. In the Trinity Liger and the Conan Wolf. I was just about to mention the Conan Wolf. But anyway, so a little something about the original playthrough of Battle Legends is that I did not have 2 Ultra Zs when I originally did it. Instead, I was using the Hybrid Armor, the High Grade Omega Plug, and the Hybrid SP Generator. Yeah. So, of course, having this much firepower, 2 Ultra Zs, essentially, I'm just mowing down each of these fights without much of an issue. It's kind of weird since that I mentioned that because I'm actually recording this on the day that I originally completed the tournament mode for the original Battle Legends playthrough. Interestingly enough. So, yeah. Of course, in the years since then, I did go back to my original physical copy of Battle Legends, and I have since given the Berserk Fury and the Storm Tyran 3 Ultra Zs, and yeah, that just breaks the game's challenge in half. Like, goddamn. So yeah, those are like 3 Ultra Zs attached. That is like guaranteed A and S ranks at that point. Plus, I've also did a bit of customization to some of the Zoids that I have, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to replicate in this playthrough. Probably not. But, whatevs. So, our opponents are Athel, in the Trinity Liger, who is not a character in the story mode in this game. He's actually from the Game Boy Advance games, Zoids Saga. If you're familiar with Zoids Legacy, Zoids Legacy is actually similar to Battle Legends, the middle entry of a trilogy. Like, why did they think that was a good idea? I have no clue. So yeah, here's the Trinity Liger, which, based on the silhouettes for the realized model line of Zoid kits, might actually be getting a model kit soon for the very first time. And here's the Coning Wolf, which Regina is writing. Yeah, I don't really have much nice things to say about the Coning Wolf. I'll say this right now. Yeah, I don't really have much nice things to say about the Coning Wolf. Well, at least in this game. Like, outside of this game, I think the Coning Wolf is a pretty cool Zoid. All around. It's not going to give the Hunter Wolf a run for its money. But I definitely like the Coning Wolf's design. It's just that in this game, the controls for this game really, really hinder the Coning Wolf's enjoyability factor. In fact, I will say this right now, the Storm Tyran, which is a Zoid you've seen me use so far, I would argue the Storm Tyran, and by extension the Storm Fury, is a better version of the Coning Wolf. You have all the benefits from the Coning Wolf, but without having to deal with the jank controls that the Versus trilogy is notorious for having. Anyway, let's go kick some ass and take some names. Boom. Rawr. Oh, look at that. Our first target is the Coning Wolf. Bitch. There's the Trinity Liger in the distance. Oh my god, you are running away. Oh my god, the Trinity Liger's right behind me. Yeah, I should probably focus on the Trinity Liger first. Alright, there goes Conan Wolf. Next is Trinity Liger. I will say this, I do actually like the Trinity Liger's design. And I like how the sort of plating there sort of serves to give the Trinity Liger a mane. And my phone just went off. But that's it. That's this battle. On to the next battle. And since we've dealt with the Trinity Liger and the Conan Wolf, the next one should be, survey says, Blood and Flam in the Genohydra and Genobreaker. By the way, for as much shit as I give the Geno line of Zoids, I will say this, you will see me use the Genobreaker in the story mode. Just a heads up. How much cash do we have? I should have quite a bit. God damn. Let's see. We are in a Republic base for some reason, even though I think both are Imperial Zoids. Phantom Team. I didn't realize they had team names. They're called the Phantom Team in this. Huh, I just now noticed. Phantom Team. Blood in the Genohydra. And Flam in the Genobreaker. So I was wondering, Blood is the rival character to Athel here. In fact, if I can get my mouse over here. So, see this guy right here? This guy is the rival to this guy right here in the Zoid Saga games. I can't really say much on the Zoid Saga games since I've only played Legacy on my Game Boy Advance, which is probably the case with most people, but I will say this about Zoid's Legacy. I think Zoid's Legacy is probably the best of the Zoid games out there, which isn't saying much. It isn't saying much, given you have this thing. Like, the only other Zoid game I would say is good would probably be Zoid's Wild Blast Unleash, as well as Zoid's Wild Infinity Blast. Note I said good, not great. There's a difference. Much like how there's a difference between the Berserk Fury and the Storm Tyran. Even though the Storm Tyran is essentially just a recolor of the Storm Fury. Yeah, that is one aspect of Battle Legends I'm not really too keen on. It's the fact that a lot of the Zoids in this game are just recolors of already existing Zoids, which is why? You could have just had one Zoid instead of having multiples of essentially the same Zoid. So okay, so for what I'm getting at, look at this. Sea Striker, Space Sea Striker. They're essentially just the same Zoid. Just the color scheme and stats are different. When it's you can just give take the Command Wolf, for example. You can just take the Command Wolf, give it the stats of say Irvine's Command Wolf, or actually no, crap, which one am I thinking of? Actually no, I think this, or the Command Wolf AC, and just call it a day. Or you can just take all these variants of the Saberfang here and just mash them into just one Saberfang instead. that leaves you with a lot more like room in the hardware to work with, since all those models aren't consuming a lot of like memory power that the console needs to run, which would allow you to implement more like Zoids. Like, now keep in mind, I'm not a game developer. I could be pulling the shit on my ass, but I am aware that hardware limitations are indeed a thing. So, like, wouldn't it make more sense to just have one Zoid and have it to where you can just change the color of it if you want it to resemble a specific version, instead of having multiples of the same Zoid? Like, anyway, next battle. Let's take on the two Genos, with the Geno Breaker being our first target. Where are you? There you are. Damn it. Ah. Yeah, that is one aspect of the Zoids versus trilogy I'm not really the biggest fan of. It's the fact that this game has friendly fire, and no, you can't turn it off. God damn it. My teammate stole my kill. Well, I can't really say kill since I'm not actually killing these people here. Nobody dies in this game, by the way. They just disappear, living to fight in the tournament another day. By the way, one thing I've noticed is how... Hold on, let me just... Boom! And there goes the Geno Hydra. And like that, we've won. By the way, something I've noticed is how the animation of, like, when it comes to the first 4 Zoids animes, I think New Century Zero probably holds up the best out of all of them. Like, if you ever want to watch any of the Zoids animes, I'd recommend starting with either New Century Zero or Zoids Wild. Wild because you have a lot more options as to which version you want to watch, and New Century Zero because it's one of the more newcomer friendly. Alright, Zeru and Juno in the Blitz Tiger and the Griffin. In case you're wondering, Zeru is the player character for Zoids Legacy, the Game Boy Advance title, in case you're wondering. But yeah, if you want to get into the Zoids animes, I'd recommend either Zoids Wild or New Century Zero, as I find those two are the most newcomer friendly, and also because I find that it's easier to find Zoids Wild, and you have a lot more options between the subbed version, the Netflix dub, or the Southeast Asian dub. The key difference between the two dubs is that the Netflix dub is heavily censored, while the Southeast Asian English dub is pretty much a one-for-one translation. So you have options. The same cannot be said for Zoids Wild Zero, which, good luck trying to find that. Frankly, I have no interest in Wild Zero, since Wild Zero seems to be just a repeat of Chaotic Century, and you know what my thoughts on Chaotic Century are. Spoiler warning, I am not a fan of Chaotic Century. I think Chaotic Century has aged like milk. It has not held up well compared to New Century Zero. But yeah, like I said, New Century Zero or Zoids Wild, those are the two shows I'd recommend watching the most. And then from there, you can sort of just ignore everything else and just make up your own stuff from there. So, yeah. We're almost done with the Saga tournament. Blitz Tiger and the Griffin. So, with that being said, next time on Zoids Battle Legends, we're going to finish the Saga tournament. So that way we can finally begin the ever-dreaded story mode. And if you enjoyed this part, and my praise of Zoids Wild and New Century Zero, feel free to like and subscribe. And while you're at it, feel free to check out my non-gaming stuff over on a Tumblr and Blue Sky. Links for both are in the description. And so, until then, see you all next time for some more Zoids Battle Legends. Bye.